launch tower's strong back is now moving away from Falcon 9, allowing it to stand freely before liftoff. And there we can see that the strong back has fully reclined.
Now at T-minus 3 minutes and 23 seconds and counting down, all systems are currently go for an on-time liftoff. Rideshare missions like today's significantly increase access to space for small satellite operators around the world, and we're excited to be able to offer these launch opportunities for our customers.
In addition to helping drive down the cost of access to space by flying reusable vehicles, dedicated rideshare flights provide small satellite operators competitive pricing, increased flight opportunities, and flexibility. Overall, SpaceX's rideshare program has enabled our customers...
Stage 1 LOX load is complete.
I'll go.
There was a good call out that liquid oxygen loading for the first stage has finished, finalizing propellant loading for the booster. Overall, SpaceX's rideshare program has enabled our customers to iterate on their technologies and grow at scale. There are all types of spacecraft on these missions, everything from payloads for the US government, to constellation deployments, to technology demonstrators, to re-entry vehicles. And we've also seen several countries launch their first spacecraft ever on board transporter missions, tons of student efforts, and even a father-daughter CubeSat project.
And we're excited to see how Starship, our next-generation launch vehicle currently in development, will take rideshare to the next level. For more information on SpaceX's rideshare program, visit spacex.com/rideshare.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
Great call out there, indicating that liquid oxygen for the second stage is now fully loaded, completing prop load for the upper stage. Those white clouds venting from the rocket is not smoke.
Ground gas closeouts.
That is condensation. And we just heard that the call out for the gas closeout has started, and that refers to the venting and closing out of the gaseous systems, such as the topping off of the tanks and sealing vents to maintain pressure inside of the tanks. So we're now standing by for confirmation that Falcon 9 is in startup, which will be coming up within the next 10 seconds at the T-minus 1 minute mark.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
Now at this point, the autonomous flight computers have taken over the launch countdown, and stages 1 and 2 are pressurizing for launch.
LD is go for launch.
And with that note from the launch director, all systems are go for launch of Transporter-15.
.30 seconds. Seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition, engines full power, and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Transporter-15.
Vehicles pitching downrange. MOD chamber pressures are nominal.
At T plus 31 seconds into flight, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 4 East at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. We're currently throttling down to prepare for max Q, the point of maximum aerodynamic stress on the vehicle.
Nominal.
Max Q is reached when the air density of the atmosphere decreases faster than the increasing speed of the rocket.
Mach 1. Max Q.
And there's the call out for Max Q. Merlin engines are back at full power, and we're out of the throttle bucket. From here on, even though velocity is rapidly increasing, the atmospheric density is decreasing, resulting in less loads on Falcon 9. So coming up next, we'll have several events happening in quick succession, starting with MECO, followed by stage separation, and
I'm back, chill.
second engine start, or SES1. Main engine cutoff, or MECO, is where all 9 Merlin 1D engines shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, where the first stage separates from the second stage. Then the MVAC engine on the second stage will light, which is called out as second engine start 1, or SES1. This engine burn, lasting several minutes, will propel the second stage and our payloads to orbit. After that, the fairing will jettison from the second stage, as it's no longer needed to protect the payloads once we're in space.
Nominal trajectory.
We should be hearing the first of these callouts in about 10 seconds from now.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
I'm back, startup.
And there you heard and saw those 3 events that happened back to back, including main engine cutoff, stage separation, and second engine start 1. Coming up next will be fairing separation in about 20 seconds from now. We should be hearing that call out for fairing separation in just a few moments from now.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there, we just heard confirmation of fairing separation, along with a view of those 2 halves separating from the vehicle on your screen. As a reminder, those fairings will make their way back to Earth for recovery. The next major milestone coming up is entry burn on our Falcon 9 first stage, which is scheduled to occur around the T+6 minute mark. The entry burn is used to slow the first stage down as it heads back towards our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You.
We're currently in our first MVAC burn, and this burn should last for another few minutes. The next milestone will be the first stage entry burn, coming up in about 2 minutes from now. Today, Falcon 9 is performing 2 burns in order to land. The first burn, known as the entry burn, slows the vehicle down before hitting the denser parts of Earth's atmosphere. Without this burn, we'd only be using the atmospheric drag to slow down Falcon 9, which would add extra stress to the vehicle.
Following entry burn, the booster will initiate the landing burn, which should slow the vehicle down even more for a successful landing. When Falcon 9 fires up the center M1D engine for re-entry, the vehicle will be flying through Merlin's exhaust gases, also known as the rocket's plume, which deposits a layer of soot on the vehicle surface. You'll see these marks across the flight-proven Falcon 9 first stage fleet, and that soot comes from the carbon-based fuel that Falcon 9 uses, and with each flight, the soot builds up a little bit more on the outside of the vehicle. Today's booster is a veteran and no stranger to rideshare missions, having flown 29 missions prior to today's flight, including Transporter-15, Bandwagon 2, Transporter-9, and Transporter-8. Falcon 9 is equipped with 4 hypersonic grid fins positioned near the top of the first stage that help steer the first stage as it returns to Earth, and we have a great view of 2 of them on our screen right now.
We are moments away from the beginning of the entry burn. You should see the graphics light up as the engines do on the bottom of your screen.
Stage 1, entry burn startup. Stage 1, FTS has safed.
And there's the call out for the entry burn startup on the Falcon 9 first stage. This burn is set to last about 30 seconds and again is slowing down the vehicle in preparation for its final burn and landing.
Stage 1, entry burn shutdown.
And that concludes our entry burn.
Both vehicles remain on a nominal trajectory.
As mentioned earlier, we will be attempting to recover this booster. Today, the booster is targeting a landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You. Today's landing burn attempt will be a 3-engine landing burn, where engines 1, 5, and 9 will relight to really quickly slow down the vehicle before touchdown.
You can follow along with the burn in the engine graphic at the bottom of your screen. As this burn happens, you'll notice a decrease in both speed and altitude. And during the landing burn, we're expecting the shutdown of the second stage MVAC engine, which is known as Second Engine Cutoff 1, or SES, or SECO 1. We have both events coming up in just a minute.
Stage 1 transonic.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Stage 2, Stage 1 landing burn.
And there you heard that call out for landing burn start on the Falcon 9 first stage. Again, this is the final burn that this booster will execute before touching down.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
As you saw and probably heard, we had a successful first stage landing.
Nominal orbit insertion.
That was successful cutoff of our second stage engine, and we heard the call out for good orbit. Coming up next, we have the second burn of our MVAC engine on board the second stage, or SES-2, around the T plus 51 minute mark.
The first batch of deployments today will begin at about T plus 54 minutes. We'll be back at around T plus 50 minutes to bring you live coverage of SES-2. Until then, enjoy our space tracks and we'll see you soon.